Hello viewers and our dear followers. I am called Julius Birungi Chikerambene. I will tell you the meaning of the name Chikerambene in the subsequent episodes of our channel here. So today we are in a district called Nakasongola. Most of you know it for livestock. And we are in the village called Kasuge. The sub-county is Kakoge. And we are at a farm owned by one Dr. Jamal and family who are representing today, and we want to pick inspiration from them in terms of their journey. Their journey has not been a smooth one, and we need to learn from it as farmers out there so that we are inspired and we can always push when things are tough. So I will welcome him to tell us, first of all, introduce himself and the family so that we know in which capacity he is at this farm. And also the name of the farm apparently is Nino Mixed Farm that we are using. But moving forward, we look forward to legalizing it. So it may change, but for now, that's the name we are using. So welcome, Doctor, to introduce yourself so that the people out there can know who they are speaking to.
Thank you very much, Julius. I'm called Dr. Jamal Abdul. I'm a doctor, medical doctor for humans, not animal doctor. I work in Paragon Hospital, Paragon Fertility Center, and the Doctors Hospital Seguku. This is my wife, Namirimu Jamal. We started together this place I think about 5 years ago. But our starting was also a problem. We didn't know a lot of things. We started rearing these goats. First of all, we love goats. We love goats so much. We have that passion for goats. Not any other animal, but goats. Maybe that's why we keep on trying even if we fail. We started and we actually accumulated up to 130 goats. So we got challenges with the workers. The workers were not looking after them very well. They were not putting on weight. Even if you say, I'm going to sell, they are very tiny. Somebody says, I'm going to give you 100, 100,000, 120. So eventually we decided to sell all of them off, and we got in touch with Julius. This is the first goat he gave us, a buck. We have stayed with it for about 2.5 years now. And we decided to restock. He gave us where we went wrong, and we have been correcting all along. Now the major thing, we were now looking at the goat house, as you see in the background. We have made some corrections, and this compound here, we have made some corrections, and then pasture. In Kakoge here, it can be so dry that when you're looking for food for your goats, it's a real problem. But we have been, for the previous 1 year, we have been planting pasture, preparing silage. So even if now it is a dry spell, we can go for some time when we are not looking for food. We have enough food. So we have just restocked, as you can see. These breeds have been selected specifically by experts. Julius has selected them personally, and we have about 50. We had initially about 6 of them, and this is our back. So we want to start a breeding farm here. We are so far doing well. They were stressed about 2 months ago. They came when they are stressed because of the transportation, the traveling, and whatever. But now they look good. So far the challenges they have come to see is we don't have the keeping place. Our keeping place is not good. They have given us advice which we want to put in place. The sick bay, we have a few sick ones, like 2 or 3. We don't have a sick bay. We have been mixing them. So they have really advised us very nicely, and we are going to comply. So my wife has something to say also. Please.
Thank you, Julius. Thank you, Dr. Jamal, my husband. As already told you, We started this farm 2020. So far we are doing well. Ever since we joined Me Farms with Julius, and we promised to do it better and better and better. So you're all welcome to come and visit our farm for the pasture, for the advices. We welcome that.
Looking to become a breeding place. We want to give you seeds. Whoever wants seeds, come and educate you on pasture. We know a lot of things. We have trained workers. We have trained workers who have been here, and we have trained workers also given us by the Me Farms. So they know a lot of stuff which we didn't know. This time we are determined. We are not going to fail. We are seeing a lot of progress.
Thank you so much, Doctor, and our viewers, because there are very many things that we pick from Doctor's experience, especially around the breed that you need to invest in when you are going into goat farming. Yeah, sometimes people want to buy breeds from the market. People want to buy breeds that do not have any record track, but all these animals that we have here have records, which is a very key tool for any farmer out there who wants to venture into breeding, because you will only be a breeder if you have a record of the animal that you want to sell, which this farm has corrected, and at least every animal that is at the farm here, you can see it is tagged with its details that are encrypted within our online system. So even the kids, they are going to have their history going forward. We have so far received a few kids, as you will be able to see, even in the 2 months of stocking, which is a good gesture for the growth of this farm. The other important lesson that we pick from Doctor here is the issue of the pasture. This farm here has done very well in terms of pasture establishment, with almost all food values in the pasture. So I call upon all the farmers and prospective farmers within the Luero Nakasongola area, because as they have done well in pastures, we already have even some seeds and cuttings that we can sell to you. Good varieties of Napier, good varieties of Caliandra, good varieties of Steria, and many other pastures that we have here that we can give you farmers, because once you do not have a pasture strategy, then do not think of livestock, because whether you are doing dairy or you are doing meat, the end result of the output that you want has to come from the pasture. An animal that is not eating will be emaciated, and you'll be able to see it. An animal that is not eating will have numerous abortions. You'll be having animals that are aborting because the system of the animal cannot support both the animal and the kid. So you'll find you have very many cases of abortion, even after vaccinating against brucellosis. So the other thing, if you do not feed the animals, you'll find that they are not giving you enough milk, especially when they are kidding. And of course, the quality of the kids is also affected. We are going to have weighing scales here, and we shall be showing you records of the kids that are coming from these animals. Most of them, as you can see, are locals, and some low percentage crosses, because we want to improve gradually. We are breeding Savannah. We are also going to be breeding Boa along with our local Muvende, so that any other breeds can come through. But also, as a mitigation strategy, we are going to be having a milk breed. But the milk breeds are going to also help us to ensure that we are supplementing our kids, especially for those mothers that are going to be producing 2 and 3 kids, and we need to supplement them with some milk so that their growth rates are not affected. So I implore you to pick a lesson from doctor here. He sold the first batch of animals and he was energized to start again. Most of us, when we try and the challenges become many, we tend to give up and close the farm, and we say agriculture doesn't pay. Yeah, but here we are starting this journey, and we are going to be showing you different episodes of how we grow and how we develop, so that you can prove that it is possible once you engage people who have been doing these things. Don't keep quiet with the problem when it can be solved. So share with other farmers, network, visit, and that is why we are also opening this farm for visits. As small as it is, there are very many things.
The other challenge which I got was I used to get very little time to come and supervise the work. And the workers I had initially needed supervision almost each other time. But now this is where it comes in that Me Farm has come in, that it also helps me to supervise. Me Farms gives me almost daily reports of what is happening to the farm. So I don't have to be in a panic coming all the time. They already know what is happening. They have given me staff who they have trained, and they actually supervise. It's like I'm on the ground most of the time. I am improving also in the supervision, but Me Farm has really solved my problem so much. So much.
Thank you so much. Supervision is very key in terms of the farms. Most of us, as a doctor here, have our side jobs, and they keep us very busy, and you find it is very hard to almost be at the farm. But as I've always told you, if you do not have the time, then you need to pay someone to be at the farm for your time, and that is the cost that doctor and family are paying to ensure that there is someone technical to be at the farm to look at these animals the way he would also be looking at them. And once he comes to supervise, there are very few issues he finds with the animals at the end of the day. Because we need where we work from, but we also need these farms for the future, especially when we retire. We have always said, don't wait to retire to start a farm. You will be very stressed, because at the end of the day, you will be looking at the farm to pay you what you have been getting, and which is impossible in the first stages, because as he can tell you, he may not have even started earning from this farm, because we are just going to start selling some of the pasture cuttings, some of the pasture seeds, and maybe that is where he's going to start. But imagine now you have retired and you are putting all your eggs in the goats, and you want it to pay you want it to pay the workers. So it is always good to plan ahead, as he has done. He still has his work, but the farm is now going to start growing. 3 years down the road, the farm will be self-sustaining, and he can even now come and stay at the farm at the end of the day and supervise very well, but be sure that the farm is going to pay him at the end of the day, and take care of other nitty-gritties, expansion plan, value addition, among others. So, thank you so much, dear viewers and listeners. We wish you a great day. Maybe something that I do not want to leave out, but I also learned from Dr. here, is he's doing these things with the family, with the wife. Most of us want to do things alone. You don't want madam to know your investment that is happening in the village there, or even our madams are not supportive. You do not want to support the man in a venture that is starting at the end of the day, but madam here has been supportive. almost each time we come to the farm, she's there, she's learning, and this is how even the farm can be transitioned from one generation to the young ones and to the other great grandchildren at the end of the day, and the farm is sustainable. So I like that about you, Doctor, and I hope other viewers out there can also do these things together as a family, because it helps. At the end of the day, even if he's sick, Madam will be there to take charge, and will know how the systems run at the farm. Yeah, so that is a great lesson. Personally, I also learned from them. In country, the last census was only showing 18 million goats, and yet the demand is over 50 million goats. So we still need more farmers. Most of you will bear with me that when you go to the butchers, there is only 1 or 2 goats that are slaughtered, and they will get done very fast. We have always got many supplies to make for goats, especially to be slaughtered. But we find that our farmers are not even willing to sell. Like, I'm very sure if you came to this farm and you identified an animal and you want to buy it at this point for meat, doctor wouldn't accept that, even when you see them in the background. Yeah, so which shows that we need more farmers. We need to increase the numbers so that we are able to meet the demand. So I want to thank you so much again for listening to us, and to thank our foot soldiers here, the workers who are doing a great job in feeding these animals, in taking care, so that you are seeing this farm as it is of today. Join us, subscribe if you are new on this channel, and most importantly, come and see these things physically. Don't end at looking at them on our channels, on our platforms. Visit. This is where you are going to get the inspiration. This is where you are going to get the real life. A day off at the farm will give you a different experience. Don't be only hooked to our channels, but come and visit these farms physically, so that you get knowledge from the farmers themselves and know what they are undergoing, because it may look to be a bed of roses when you are speaking here, but as he has told you, there are underlying challenges. So not until you learn them, you will keep making mistakes. Yeah, so thank you so much again, and we wish you the best of your time wherever you are watching us from. And together we say, Nino Mixed Farm. Nino Mixed Farm.